Imagine spending $20 billion on a bridge. A bridge that connects to absolutely nothing. No city, no town, not even a single house. Just empty land, stretching for miles. Sounds absurd, right? But this isn't fiction. This is the story of one of the world's most ambitious infrastructure projects. A project that seemed insane at first, but would eventually change an entire region. Let me take you back to where it all began. In the early 2000s, China faced a massive problem. Its Pearl River Delta was booming with economic activity. Hong Kong, Macau, and Guangdong were powerhouses. But they were separated by water. The journey between them took hours. Sometimes an entire day. This wasn't just inconvenient. It was costing billions in lost productivity. Business deals fell through. Tourism suffered.
那站一站。中国政府有一个激进的想法，把你
Build a bridge across the Pearl River Delta. Not just any bridge. The longest sea-crossing bridge in the world. We need to verify the load-bearing specifications here. The digital twin shows a potential conflict with the HVAC system on level 4. Yeah, let's cross-reference the schematics immediately. Plans were drafted. And then came the sticker shock. $20 billion.
The reports clearly indicate misconduct at the highest level.
We reject these assertions as baseless.
But there was one major problem. The bridge would end on an artificial island. An island that didn't exist yet. And beyond that island, empty land. No infrastructure. Nothing but potential. The media had a field day. A bridge to nowhere, they called it. Construction began in 2009. "34 miles of engineering marvel." The project would take 9 years. What's the beam? Clear the area below. We need more concrete on level 4. Millions of tons of steel and concrete. The bridge would have 3 cable-stayed sections. Two artificial islands. And the world's longest underwater tunnel. It was unprecedented. It was ambitious. But the criticism continued. What do we want? Clean water and green jobs. When do we want it? Now. Yeah? The project displaced Chinese white dolphins. Local fishermen lost their livelihoods. The cost kept rising. Delays mounted. Several workers died during construction. The world watched with skepticism. Opinions to me wasn't. Was this genius or madness? Time would tell. Meanwhile, something interesting happened. As the bridge took shape, we specifically designed the layout to utilize this natural elevation. It significantly reduces the earthwork costs. The empty land on both ends wasn't so empty anymore. Real estate prices began to climb. Slowly at first, the work begins. Piece by piece, we build the future, steady and strong. Then, exponentially. Smart investors moved in. They saw what others didn't. A future being built, one steel beam at a time. The Chinese government had a master plan. This wasn't just about a bridge. It was about creating a mega region. The Greater Bay Area. Wow. 11 cities working as one. Whoa. A population of 70 million people. an economy larger than most countries. The bridge was just the first piece, the catalyst. The spark that would ignite transformation. By 2015, the bridge was 60% complete. Motels started construction near the endpoints. Shopping centers were planned. Office buildings rose from the ground. The nowhere was becoming somewhere. New transportation hubs forming near the bridge. Transportation hubs emerged. New roads connected to the bridge approaches. Railway lines were extended. Airports expanded. A whole ecosystem was forming. October 23, 2018. The bridge officially opened. The Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge. The longest sea-crossed bridge ever built. What once took 4 hours now took 30 minutes. The transformation was immediate. Business executives could commute daily. Tourists had new options. Supply chains became more efficient. The three regions were suddenly one. In the first year alone, 13 million trips were made. Cross-border commerce exploded. New companies opened regional headquarters. The artificial islands became tourist attractions. Restaurants and observation decks appeared. The bridge itself became a destination. Not just a means of travel. But an icon. A symbol of human achievement. The economic impact was staggering. Property values doubled in some areas. Luxury towers rising rapidly in prime locations. New industries emerged. Logistics centers operating at full capacity. Logistics companies thrived. Tourism revenue skyrocketed. The Greater Bay Area's GDP surged. Jobs were created by the hundreds of thousands. The bridge paid for itself faster than projected. The skeptics fell silent. But the story doesn't end there. The bridge taught us something profound. Voice infrastructure doesn't just connect existing places. Voice it creates new ones. Voice, it reshapes economics. It changes human behavior. It makes the impossible possible. What looks like nothing today can become everything tomorrow. If you have the vision to see it. Today, the Greater Bay Area continues to grow. Smart cities are being built. Innovation hubs attract global talent. The region rivals Silicon Valley. Manufacturing, tech, finance, and tourism thrive. All because of a bridge. A bridge that initially connected nothing, but created everything. The lesson is clear. Great infrastructure requires great vision. It requires looking beyond today. Seeing not what is. What could be. The $20 billion wasn't spent on a bridge. It was invested in a future. A future that's now reality. So the next time you hear about a massive project, the light falls differently here now. We measure progress in silence. Remember this bridge. Because sometimes the best investments are the ones that build tomorrow, not just serve today.